Morning, ladies and gentlemen of the press. We are holding this press conference this morning to highlight a very disturbing case involving Kadazan Dusun Boy from Papar. His father is here beside me. What happened is that sometime in the year 2000, his housing loan was cancelled by my bank on the ground that there is another person by the same name with the same identity card operating another account. He leave it as such, but in the year 2003, the IC that he was holding, the chip was damaged. So he went to National Registration Labuan to ask for a replacement. And then they told him that somebody is using the same IC. That person is in Semporna. And the National Registration Officers told him not to make a police report because they will resolve the matter. That was in 2003. So he has been going up and down since the year 2003 to Labuan JPN where he's staying. He has made numerous attempts to contact the Pangarang JPN Labuan. He refused to see Justin's son, that is Junaidi. So in 2006, he keep on going up and down the registration department. However, in September to December 2011, he become more worried because when he wanted to get the new IC, instead of issuing him with a new IC, they issued him with a receipt dated 29 of June 2011, which says that this document cannot be used for any official purpose. This is just a receipt. That was 29 of June 2011. This is supposed to be valid only for 6 months. So what happened was that it was supposed to be valid for 6 months, that is 31st of December 2011. He went back on 31st of December 2011. On 30th of December 2011, JPN extended this document for another 3 months, from 30th of December 2011 until 30th of March 2012. So last week, Justin came to see me with Junaidi. They informed me about the apply. So I've collected all the documents. I've received instructions from them to write to the National Registration Department for Justin to be given back his identity, to be given back his identity card, because now his name has been blacklisted by the bank. And when he applied for the government assistance BRIM, he was informed by the Inland Revenue Board that his namesake with the same name and IC number have applied for BRIM 15 minutes earlier than him. Therefore, they have rejected his application, and the government has paid out the sum to the other person by the name of Junaidi Justin, the fictitious person. So because of this, Justin is now unable to open a bank account. He has been blacklisted. Junaidi Justin is now blacklisted at the bank. He cannot open a bank account, and on record, he has another wife and family in Semporna, whom he have never met, because that person have used his identity to marry. We don't know whether the wife is local or otherwise. But then there's another woman married to Junaidi Justin, a few children supposed to be born to Junaidi Justin. So now he has 2 families, one of which he doesn't know, and one which is at present. So in the event that anything happens to Junaidi, we don't know what is going to happen to his wife and family and all that. So Mr. Justin Matajam is here. He would like to make an appeal to the government to resolve this matter. That's why, but since this thing is outstanding for 10 years, they came to see me for assistance. So I've taken the liberty of inviting Dr. Chong, who is our bureau in PKR, in charge of illegal problems and immigration matters. So I would like to invite Justin to say a few words. Cakap Melayu saja. Ya, kita Melayu lah, minta balik.
Dalam keadaan ini seperti mana yang Haji cakap tadi, semua kepayangan, kesusahan telah anak saya lalui dari sejak tahun 2000 lagi. Jadi dari pihak saya dan anak saya merayu kepada pihak GPN agar dapat mengembalikan balik identiti anak saya yang telah digunakan pakai oleh seseorang yang berada di Semporna,
Pulau Mabul.
di Pulau Mabul. Selagi dalam selagi semua ini belum dapat dikembalikan, masih satu orang itu memegang kad pengenalan. Saya ingat semua ini kehidupan anak saya ini memang tidak dapat melalui seperti orang-orang biasa, karena semua apa yang dia lakukan semua sudah diguna pakai oleh kawan yang satu orang lagi yang pegang IC. Jadi itu saya.
This Junaidi case is not just one isolated case. This is just a tip of the iceberg what's happening in Sabah. Recently, we just read a paper about it. Today's paper, a young lady graduated from Kiningau Teachers College. Since primary school, she's been using someone's birth certificate. Together that we got the ICs. I'm just wondering why the JPN in Labuan advised him not to report to police. And Junaidi being a Kadazan Dusun born in Papar and used by somebody in Mabul Island in Semporna, I just wonder, in that Junaidi in Semporna, what was the database of his particulars in his ICs? And if Junaidi been given back rightly given back his IC, what would happen to the other person? Is he to be left alone like that? Obviously, he is in our country dubiously, illegally, multiple illegalities. Enter illegally, got the IC illegally, apply for BRIM illegally. What would happen to him once all this returned back to our rightful Junaidi? What would happen to that person?
Married illegally.
Yeah.
Marriage certificate and the birth certificate.
Yes, everything is married. There is a lot of things to that one person, which is, I said, the tip of iceberg in Sabah. Is the authority going to pursue that matter or just leave it like that?
I would like to add here, in January this year, DNA test was done on both parents to ascertain whether Junaidi is a real Junaidi because of the birth certificate and the data in the National Registration Department. So the National Registration Department has received the confirmation that Junaidi is indeed Junaidi, and both parents are still around. He was fortunate in that case. What happened to Sabahans when their parents are not around? How do we prove our DNA? So, but despite the DNA being proved in January, we are now coming to the end of March. Junaidi is still not obtained his identity card. Nor has he got back his identity, because somebody else is operating a bank account, somebody else is collecting BRIM, somebody else is married with the name of Junaidi, somebody else have children with the name of Junaidi, and these children are registered in schools with the name of Junaidi as their father. So, like Dr. Chong said, this is the tip of the iceberg, and this problem has been going on for donkey years. Nothing has been done.